Y estamos acá en la cancha, estamos en el Bernabéu donde viene Messi con la pelota, lo ve a Ronaldinho, la pide Ronaldinho, gol.
Olha chance, olha gol! Gol! Golaço!
¡Qué golazo!
Oh man, it feels good to be back. It feels so good to be back. It feels so refreshed, so ready. I even got a new jersey to go with today. Oh, guys, it's been so long and it feels so good to take a break. But, man, oh man, I miss doing the show. It was a good break. I had a good vacation. I went to Peru. I got me a beautiful jersey. Maybe not a lot of Peruvian friends that I know might agree with me, but I know I got a family member and a friend who are Alianza Lima fans. But it didn't really fit me too well. Sporting Cristal, it looked pretty good. But welcome back, guys. It's episode 68, and a lot of football. A lot of football that I missed. A lot of football that just happened today, happened yesterday. This is going to be a short episode. So let's get right to it. Champions League. Shit. Crap. Like, there's I don't know how to explain it. I don't know where to start. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how it just turned out. Excuse me. I can't believe it. This season has really taken everybody by shock, and it's ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know. Let's start out with the first game. The first two games, which was yesterday. It was, Manchester United Barca, which Barca won 3-0 at the Camp Nou. And the first game they won 1-0, which, if I'm not mistaken, was last week. And yesterday they played, and Messi did his thing. He scored 2 goals within 4 minutes, which, if I'm not mistaken, was within the first 20 minutes. And then Coutinho scored that beautiful goal. Messi's goal obviously tops Coutinho's goal, but man, I like a goal like that where it's like right outside of the box, maybe even a little further outside. And the way he just curled it in the back of the net, it was beautiful. Beautiful, man. The way he controlled it, because it was a cross from Messi going to Alba. Alba just one touches it to Coutinho. He takes control of it, touches it to the side. He sees the goal open. He sees how far De Gea's out, which he wasn't even that far out, and he just curls it right past him. What a beautiful goal. Messi's goal, Jesus. He took the ball away from, I don't know who. I wasn't even paying attention to who it was, because it was just that great of a fucking goal that I was like in awe of what Messi was doing. And it was fantastic. He literally took the ball away from someone. He nutmegged someone else. He cuts it out to the left. He dribbles. He looks at the goal. And then it's like he just knew right then and there. He just had to curl it right past De Gea. And beautiful. The second goal of Messi's goal, it was very, very sloppy from De Gea. Barcelona would have left. It would have been a different game, but you can't make mistakes like that. That mistake didn't cause them the game, but it gave Barcelona a huge boost. It was 1-0, so that means on aggregate it was 2-0. Man United could have done the impossible like they did against PSG. They could have, and they could have came back. At least if they were to score 2 goals, boom, they would have been back in it. At least it would have leveled out. Barcelona would have still gone through with a 2-2, but the mentality side, the mentality would change completely, and it would have boosted Manchester United. But honestly, I personally think that second goal, it definitely brought them down. They definitely held their own for, I don't know, for the rest of the game, up until Coutinho scored that beauty. But holy shit, man! That was just the first game. Then the second game the main one that caught everybody by just like a huge, it was like a slap in the face. Not that no one saw it coming. That's not what I'm saying. There's no disrespect to Ajax, okay? But dude, Ajax, they came back and they won 2-1. Not that I couldn't believe it, but every football fan around the world, obviously I would assume, aside from the Ajax fans, maybe even some of the Ajax fans, would agree with me in saying that we all thought Juventus was going to go through. Okay? It was, not that it was a shocker in the first leg in Amsterdam. Not that it was a shocker, but it was eye-opening to see, a big Juventus side with Bernardeschi, Ronaldo, and Matuidi, Dybala. There's a bunch of Juventus players there, and you automatically assume, oh, Juventus, hands down, they're going to beat Ajax. And then the game ends 1-1, and you're like, holy shit, that must have been a really, really good game if you didn't watch it. Obviously, you're like, holy shit, that must have been a good game because it ended 1-1. There was no Ronaldo just scoring. You know what I'm saying? So Ajax held their own. So going into Turin, you're playing in Juventus homestand at the Allianz Arena, I think it's called. You're going in there and you're going into Juventus' backyard. As a fan, you automatically assume the fans are going to be behind Juventus. They're going to be their 11th man. They're going to really boost them up, and it's going to be a huge advantage for Juventus. And you're thinking in your mind, me personally, I was thinking, crap, they got the fans by their side. It's not that there's no way Ajax is going to win, but you're thinking to yourself, hold up. It's going to be one hell of a game for Juventus. But all of a sudden, Ajax comes back. Ronaldo scored the first goal. Hope was there. Juventus was leading 2-1 on aggregate. Especially with a goal, an away goal. That was a huge boost. If it would have ended 0-0, Juventus would have went in. But at this point, it's 1-0. Cristiano Ronaldo scores the first goal. Let me look up real quick who scored the second goal. The first goal of Juventus. Okay, Van de Beek. He scored the first goal for Ajax. Right there was 1-1. That means it was 2-2 on aggregate. So, and it was only, it was 6 minutes right after Ronaldo's goal came in. So over there, it's shaky. Very, very shaky. Then, halftime comes. 67th minute comes in. De Ligt, the captain. Oh my God, this guy's phenomenal. I'm praying that we freaking get De Ligt over the summer. De Ligt comes in, and he heads it in. Oh, what a beauty, man. What a beauty. Oh, that goal. That goal is going to, just replay over for Ajax fans over and over and over again. That goal, it got them in. It got them. And it was at the 67th minute. So that's a lot of time. That's 23 minutes left. There's 23 minutes left to play. And Juventus could not get another goal. That right there goes to show you how good Ajax defense and even as a whole entire team are. And on top of that, if I read something today that the average player on Ajax is 24 years old. 24 years old is their average age in the entire team. And those average 24-year-olds beat Juventus. Now, let me, real quick before I get into the next game, which is Liverpool. I'm going to save the best for last. To those fans, pundits, and people around the world in the world of football that are saying that Ajax have eliminated Ronaldo, it's not a one-man team. I understand it's Ronaldo. Okay, I understand if it was, you knocked out Barcelona, but it's not a one-man team. Okay, that's not. No. Okay, you didn't knock out Ronaldo. You knocked out the team that Ronaldo plays in, but you didn't knock out Ronaldo. Okay, he didn't carry the whole entire Juventus team. Okay, you got Bonucci, Chiellini in the back. You got Szczesny in goal. You got João Cancelo. You got Moise Kean. You got Bernardeschi, Matuidi, Pjanic. You got Dybala. It's not just, okay, because I'm sick of seeing this. Okay, I'm sick of seeing this and hearing this. Let me fix my head. Of seeing and hearing that, Ajax eliminated Ronaldo and they go on to semis. No. That's not right. Okay, I understand that there's Ronaldo haters, blah blah blah, who aren't, or Messi fans who just despise Ronaldo. They didn't knock out Ronaldo. They knocked out Juventus, which is the team that Ronaldo plays on. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that because that was getting really, really, really annoying. Oh yeah, they knocked out Ronaldo. No. Ronaldo didn't just show up by himself, decided to wear a Juventus jersey and say, "All right, yeah, you knocked me out." Okay. Ajax and Barcelona go through. Now they're on the opposite side of the bracket, so they don't see each other unless they defeat their semifinal rivals, and then they meet each other. So they're on the opposite side of the bracket. Okay, come Wednesday, which is today, right? Yeah, it's still Wednesday today. This is 10/16, Wednesday, April 17th. This is when I'm recording. This is what I'm talking about. Today, Liverpool faced Porto away. Correct? Yeah, away. And Tottenham faced Manchester City also away. So today, 3 Premier League teams played. Only 2 advanced. Now, Liverpool, they won the first game 2-0, home at Anfield. And then they won again today, 2-1 against Porto. I didn't get to watch the game. I'm assuming both games weren't easy, but Porto, no disrespect, they're not on the same level as Liverpool. Okay, now if you're a Man United fan or if you're any other fan than Liverpool, you're probably saying, "Oh, Liverpool are trash." But listen, they're in the semifinals for a reason. Okay, they got through a crap load of teams. Okay, they knocked out teams. They knocked out around the 16 quarterfinals and everybody in the group stage. Okay, they knocked out all these guys to get to the semifinal. So let's not just go and say, "Oh yeah, Liverpool, they got lucky." No. They got there for a reason. Porto also made it there for a reason. Okay, and it wasn't hard. I mean, it wasn't easy, but Liverpool they're just a step over Porto, okay? I mean, seriously, look at Liverpool's squad compared to Porto's squad, okay? So Liverpool did advance to semifinals 4-1. And then the best for last. If you missed this game, I so feel bad for you. I so feel bad if you missed the Tottenham or Man City versus Tottenham game. Oh, shit. Oh, all right, so Elvis is on. I think Elvis is still on. Says, "Yo, Andres, what's up? Wait a minute, what are you wearing? Burn it." Again, I'm sorry to any Alianza Lima fans or any other fans, Sport Boys, or anybody else. It's just that this jersey really fit me when I went to the Marathon Sports Store. And, oh my God, it looks so good on me. I didn't know baby blue was my color until now. But anyway, Shout out to Elvis. And let's get back to Champions League because this episode is a little short. Manchester City versus Tottenham. If you missed this game, I feel sorry for you because it's one of the best games I've seen. I mean, Sterling scored the first goal. Then Son came in to equalize it. Then Son scored again. So it was 2-1 at that point. Then Sterling scored again. No. Bernardo Silva scored to score 2-2. Then Sterling scored again to make it 3-2. And then from there, I forget because there's just too many people. Let me see. Manchester City versus Tottenham. So who scored after Sterling? I mean, this was just a freaking... It was amazing. Oh, and then Aguero scored the fourth goal at the 59th minute. Manchester City thought they were through. They thought they were through. They were in. Boom. No. Fernando Llorente comes in as a sub. Okay, who did he sub on? Let me see. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, he came on for Lucas, right? I think so. Yeah, he came on for Lucas. So Fernando Llorente came on for Lucas. And boom, at the 73rd minute, which was very controversial, by the way. Very controversial because if you see, when you get a chance, Elvis and anybody else who's watching or listening, when you get a chance, look at the Tottenham or City versus Tottenham game and look at Tottenham's third goal. Very, very controversial because it's a corner. Okay, Fernando Llorente, if I'm not mistaken, he's being marked by Vincent Kompany and Laporte. I forget his first name. Aymeric Laporte, the French center back. It almost looks like Fernando Llorente's hand gets in the way, and he doesn't even move it. It just seems like he ducks his head. At the same time, you see his arm right there. So it looks, from far and quick, it looks like he heads it in. But if you look closely at the replay, and I'm not 100% sure why VAR didn't pick up on this, or the ref didn't, or anybody didn't notice, but it looked like it touched Llorente's hand and it went in. Okay, so I don't know. I don't like City. I don't really care for Tottenham, so I'm not gonna bitch or complain. But do I feel bad? Yes. And since we have VAR in the Champions League, I personally think that should have been looked at. It definitely should have been looked at. But, I mean, it's part of football, man. It's part of football. I mean, what was amazing about this game is that you have two Premier League giants. The Premier League champion and second place Premier League. The team who wants just one trophy. They're just begging for one trophy. They can't get it. Okay? And then on top of that, you have two fantastic sides. One that has been spent a lot, and one that's been they really haven't spent a lot, but they have a lot of homegrown talent. And they've made smart buys here and there. On top of that, you have two genius coaches. Pep Guardiola, who's won a couple Champions Leagues and a crapload of cups, and Mauricio Pochettino, who is just fantastic. He's a genius. He knows what to do. Granted, he hasn't really won a lot, but still, I mean, you could see Tottenham for that's proof right there. Tottenham, Elvis says that could be the same case scenario when Peru beat Brazil in the last Copa America. It was half hand, half leg from. Oh yeah, I remember that. I didn't really complain because at that point I was begging Brazil to be eliminated. I did not want Brazil to continue. So at that point I was like, you know what? I'd rather lose to a handball than lose later on more embarrassingly. So I'll give it to Peru. Okay, I'll give it to you guys. You guys gone. You guys deserved it. Go, go, go. But anyway, yeah. So it was literally. I don't want to say a clash of the Titans because Man City has recent success. Tottenham's coming up slowly. You know, I don't want to say Clash of Titans would be Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. You know what I'm saying? That's or Juventus versus Barcelona. That's Clash of Titans. But it was just such a good game that like you couldn't close your eyes. You couldn't. I mean, I was posting on this page, if I'm not mistaken, on the Golasso FP page on Instagram, and I was typing up a caption. I don't know for which picture. I think it was the most recent one. And while I was typing up the caption, 2 goals went by. And if I'm not, it was Son's second goal and Bernardo Silva's first goal for Manchester City, which made it 2-2. I was just, you couldn't close your eyes. You couldn't even like move real quick. Like no. And mind you, I'm watching this at work. So I was like, what the fuck? But great fucking game. So now Tottenham heads into the semifinal. Their first semifinal ever, by the way. Their first semifinal ever. And they look to face Ajax, which is going to be great. I mean, who's the underdog? Who's the favorite? I have no idea. Then the other one, this one I would say is the Clash of the Titans because Liverpool is very well respected, as they should be well respected. And Barcelona is just, I mean, Barcelona. I know it's the team that I go for. You know, I'm a fan. But I mean, come on. Barcelona is Italian. They are a big club. They are a big team. They are very well known. So, like, it's going to be tough. I don't know. I can't predict. I won't predict because I do not want to jinx anything. But let me just say that we have 2 very, very exciting semifinals. We just, I mean, it's fantastic. The first one, or not the first one, the first leg of the semifinal will be Tuesday, April 30th. They have yet to determine what time. I'm sure you'll find out. I'll post you up on it. I'll keep you updated on that. Then the second leg of the semifinal will be May 7th. So we have some time. They have some time to recover and relax and get ready. Let's just see what happens. Europa League, so far, first leg, Arsenal lead 2-0 against Napoli, which took me by storm. I mean, I was in shock. I thought it was going to be a more leveled game. Not the case with this. Slavia Prague, they are down 1-0 against Chelsea. I kind of saw that. I was still surprised that Slavia Prague came and they got into the quarterfinal? The quarterfinal. No disrespect to them, but I think it was, I forget who they faced, but I thought that they had the upper hand. So Chelsea are up 1-0, which isn't too convincing because Chelsea are a bigger team. Okay, again, no disrespect, but Chelsea are a bigger team and they should be hungrier. I mean, I think if Chelsea were to face Napoli, Chelsea would have been knocked out. Come on, I mean, Arsenal was a lot more awake than Napoli, especially after seeing the highlights against Napoli. And Napoli can come back. They're a very strong team. Don't get it twisted. But Chelsea needs to wake up. I mean, they need to end the game first half. They need to put 2-3 goals in, and you're comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Obviously, score some more if you want, but it's not going to be easy, especially with the teams that they might end up facing in the semis. They might end up facing Arsenal, which would be another great Premier League European game. It'd be fantastic. Benfica defeated Frankfurt 4-2. Wow, I thought it was again. I thought this game was going to be a little bit more leveled out. Obviously, I was wrong. Clearly, I was wrong. Where is this thing? Hold on. Okay. Then Villarreal, the La Liga game. Villarreal lost 3-1 against Valencia. Yikes. I did predict, if I'm not mistaken, that Valencia would be the upper dog. Joao Felix. Yeah, Joao Felix is a fantastic young talent. That guy, I got to get him more deep in and bring a little bit more into this to the show. talk a little bit more about him because he has been hitting the headlines. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a rumor out there that Juventus are looking to buy him. Apparently, his price tag is 100 million euros. How? I don't know. I honestly haven't seen the kid. I haven't seen the kid play at all. I believe that he's a hype, but not to the point where you're going to pay 100 million euros. That's just no. And they plan on offloading this team right here. They plan on offloading. Dybala. I mean, dude, they plan on offloading Dybala to fund the purchase of João Felix, which is crazy to me. But anyway, this is a short episode. Let's move on. The Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. That was a shocker. It was a huge shocker. Tigres won the first leg 3-0. Then they lost 3-2 against Santos Laguna. They ended up advancing 5-3. I honestly thought Santos Laguna was the bigger team. I thought they had a better chance, especially the way they played. They've been saying João is the future of Portugal. I agree with that. I mean, me following up the hype, because there's a lot of hype going out there, saying, João Felix. I mean, it's just, even when I was in Peru and I was scrolling through Instagram, I saw a lot of João Felix edits, and just price tags, and he rumored he's being bought here, rumored he's bought. I mean, I would agree with that. I would agree that he is the future of Portugal, especially with all this hype. Back to the Champions League, of CONCACAF Champions League. So I was surprised that Santos Laguna got eliminated. So Tigres advanced to the final. Monterrey destroyed Sporting Kansas. When I tell you destroyed, I mean destroyed to the point where you can't come back from that. You can't. And that was the first leg, 5-0 the first leg. But what makes this game, the tie between these two teams, is that they did it again. They won 5-2 the second leg. It's like they got hammered. They got hammered and trashed and just fucked over all in once. The aggregate came to 10-2. Monterrey just walked over Sporting Kansas. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Sporting Kansas did fantastic in the previous two games. Or, the previous two teams that they faced. But then they ended at 10-2. That, I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. I know Monterrey is a strong team, but give me a break. That strong? Come on, nah. MLS teams. That's for Sunday's episode. But MLS teams have to wake up. Oh, actually, no. There isn't an episode this Sunday because it's Easter. Anyway. So, the final for the CONCACAF Champions League will be May 1st. April 23rd is the first leg. And then the second leg will be May 1st. Which, by the way, CONCACAF, if you're listening to this, thank you very much. Because you're listening to this. Final Regimontana. Yo, I watched that game, the first leg. I couldn't believe it. I was, when I was in Peru, Dad had put on Fox Deportes, and they were giving the replay, and that's when I heard that Sporting lost 5-0. In shock. Utter shock. I mean, even right now, just like rereading it on my notes, I'm still in 5-0, bro. That's a lot. That's especially after doing really well in quarterfinals and the round of 16. I mean, they did really good. They convinced me that I was convinced by Sporting Kansas that they were going to go on to the final. Not win the final, but that they were going to go on to the final. I mean, they did great. They really... Elvis, I'm pretty sure you know. They did great. Not great to the point where like, oh my God, but I mean, they convinced me that they were going to the final. I was like, this is the MLS team that's going to go to the final. Not that they're going to win, but they're going to go to the final. And nothing happened. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know. I have some notes. This again, like I said, this episode is really, really short. But there's a lot to talk about. I might do an episode Saturday, not an episode Saturday night, but we'll get into Rivaldo. He hits out a Coutinho because of his celebration. And then apparently there's a rumor going around that Mourinho is going to Bayern Munich. I don't know. That's exactly what I've been hearing. But guys, until next time, take care. Thank you very much.